Yeah, yeah. Hey. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Raider Nation. We are live on this fine, beautiful, what, Tuesday night? What, November 9th? Oh man, what a weekend. What a tough week, right? Uh, really tough week this week. It's gonna be a lot to talk about today for a lot of things. I got three big topics three three big different sections of things I want to talk about today. Obviously, I always like to start out with the stadium. Begin that monologue with the stadium, everything how that went, how awesome that was. Again, this time, gotta credit the Giants. We'll get into it, but then obviously we gotta talk about all the other things as far as the team is concerned. I'd love to, hear some people's opinions and so forth when it comes to what's going on with the squad and who's joining, who hasn't, who maybe, right? Just those kind of things. And then talk about the game, right? I'm going to talk about it because it needs to be talked about. Yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't have their best days, of course. And absolutely, there's somebody I'm definitely not feeling moving forward. It's unfortunate, in my opinion. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Just gonna keep it real, right? Yeah, that's just how I do, man. I mean, hey, people need to step up. We need ballers, man. That's what that is. We need ballers if we're gonna do anything. That's obvious. So yeah, we'll get into all of that for sure. I guess that's the take we'll have. Hopefully, we'll have some people that join. Maybe a few people will be able to make it, and yeah, be able to chat it up, man, and give their opinions and advice on what they think is going on. So yeah, let's take care of that housekeeping, right? Please smack the like button. Also, please smack that subscriber button. As you know, or should know by now, we've hit that hundred mark as far as subscribers. I'm super ecstatic about that. Like I just couldn't be more happy. Yeah, that's that's a big deal for me. That was actually a goal that I had, which was to get 100 subscribers by week 10, and here it is week 9, and we've already crushed it. So yeah, that's kudos to the fans, right? The people, the Raider Nation, 100% Raider Nation all day. That's really what's been supporting it and holding it down. And up until this weekend, right, which was really strange and odd and rare for me. Yeah, it'll be something we'll have to definitely discuss here first and foremost as we get into everything. Got me a light beer today, as you guys may also know. Competing Thursday. It's going to be interesting. I think I'm ready. That's a whole nother conversation. It has nothing to do with Raider Nation, so we'll leave that at that. Consider that for something else, unless obviously someone has something about it. But yeah, let's dive right on in. So first and foremost, I definitely applaud the Giants fans, the Giants stadium. I mean, believe it or not, I had very low hopes for it. I had low intentions for anything, you know, because after the dumpster fire, scenario with SoFi Stadium, I just didn't have any high hopes about anything when it comes to the Giants and the Jet Stadium, right? Because it's occupied by two teams. Well, let me tell you, I mean, this just makes SoFi even that much more of a you know what hole. I'm just shocked because Giant Stadium is clearly much, much older. And I mean, you would have thought it was Giant Stadium. And it's to the point where I feel like I need to go to a Jets game now because I want to see how they transform it. I was just shocked at the amount of character and everything that they had within the stadium, all Giants specific. And I mean, it's not like they share any colors in any way, shape, or form. And I'm telling you, the stadium looked like straight up Giants, character the whole nine. What I loved is we came deep. Um, so I have these cards that I pass out to all of Raider Nation, right, when I'm there. I'm having a blast. If you guys ever go to the game, I'm sure you'll see me running around the stadium at some point. I have my GoPro on my wrist. But yeah, um, stadium was sick. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I had great seats. As always, you know how I roll 50 this time. This time, literally, my seat was literally splitting the 50-yard line, white line. It was ridiculous. Just absolutely fabulous seats. Got two for the price of one, so that was pretty awesome. I was able to bring my godson. Um, that was badass. I hadn't been able to do anything like that for him pretty much like ever, but you know how that goes. You got to get your weight up. You know, how you people that finally are, making a little bit, you understand what I'm saying, get your weight up. But yeah, that was awesome to spend that time with him. Even though we lost, right? And that's why I stated between that and I actually worked in New York City. And it's actually how I got out here to Texas. But it was through a company called GLG. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a shout out because I actually really I dig that company. I always have. And out of any of the places that I would go back that I've worked, that would definitely be one of them. But for sure, the whole crew, man, they showed up. They came out to dinner with me. Everybody's pretty much married, kids, and busy. And here I am, last minute. Hey guys, by the way, I'll be there tomorrow. And yeah, they showed up. So I appreciate that love from them. Yeah, but back to the stadium, man. The stadium was sick. I mean, I didn't even get up to all the levels. I didn't even have to, but I didn't get up to all the levels that I usually try to get to and wanted to get to because I was having so much fun just on the main level. Um, you know, and again, something that makes total sense to me. When you have the best seats in the house, which are the coaches' seats, there's no going through any kind of maze or several staircases or any of that craziness to get there. You literally walk into the lounge, area straight ground level. And I have to admit, I was impressed. Again, I don't know. I've never been to this stadium. I've been to the old Giant Stadium, but I definitely, came in expecting, a hole, right? I was pleasantly surprised, man. Those coaches' seats, I'll tell you this, they're worth it. Yep, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna give them that. Those tickets are worth it if you can get them at a decent price. And it was absolutely outstanding. The food selection, the food. I took a survey. I hate giving fives on everything, so obviously I didn't give them five on all of it. But they all got four. If it wasn't a five, it was a four. And there were definitely a lot more fives than fours. It was that good. The only thing that I wish they would have done is obviously made the drinks all inclusive. Didn't do that, so had to pay for that still. I like when you have your VIP kind of like how right the Raiders have it, and other places where I mean you really don't have to bring your wallet, right? I can't wait for Jerry World with these founder seats. I've never sat in seats like this, but I know. I mean, after watching the video, all you got to do is just Google Dallas Cowboys Stadium founder seats. I mean, it's going to be an amazing time. But yeah, stadium lit, fans. Oh man, the banter back and forth. Yeah, amazing. I cannot wait to get my GoPro footage out to you guys. It's gonna be outstanding. Some of the stuff that I have for you guys, and hopefully I can get it. Get it exactly the way I want it. When it comes to editing and so forth, I want this stuff to be professional because it should. I mean, I got some outstanding footage, amazing footage of everything. The fans, the banter. Let me tell you, you know, it was the best time I've had. Again, I thought Denver it was going to be hard to top. And that was pretty surprising too because I thought they were the only ones that had people jump out the sky into the stadium, and U.S. Rangers did it. They had like 8 people jump out of a plane and into the stadium, and I got footage of that too. Again on the GoPro, I got it for both Denver and New York Giants. Didn't know they did that. So again, another pleasant surprise. I mean, they pulled out all the stops in my opinion. And again, those coaches seats, as far as the food selection, the booths, places to sit, it was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I don't know why anybody would knock it in any way, shape, or form. To be honest, and I mean, hey, I'd be more than glad to go back based on the time that I had. And again, I'd love to see what that stadium looks like. It's because my mind is gonna be it's gonna be hard to get rid of all that blue. I mean, if you guys been to the stadium, you know what I'm talking about. Everything is totally set up. Giant. It looks like it's been Giants for decades, and that's that character I talk about with the stadiums. But yeah, I I thought it was awesome. Got myself into some betting trouble. Yeah, I got some footage of that too. I'll have that'll be something down the line that I'm hoping that we'll have something of a game to yeah divulge how that went down. But I'll give you this much. Long story short, yeah, this guy that was sitting next to us. I mean, awesome guy. Um, should be an absolute comedian. But I mean, just the greatest time back and forth with all the banter and talk. But yeah, man, he challenged me quick to a bet. I can't recall when the score was, and again, obviously, I have all this stuff, all the footage and content. But I mean, I couldn't let him punk me in the stadium. I couldn't do it. I folded. I had to give in to the bet, and of course, obviously, we lost. But man, it was a good time. Like I say, hopefully the footage that I have will be viewable to at least get the context and all the fans around. It was an absolute blast. It was a great time. Wouldn't change any of it from that respect. So yeah, I mean, again, I don't know. You know, Giants fans, whoever, if you guys don't think you have a great stadium, you're wrong. In my opinion. Um, I had an absolute blast. You guys were great. Even again, like I said, I was obviously my usual obnoxious self, especially when we were winning and so forth. Until yeah, car and the rest of whatever you want to call it, decided to start just not doing right. Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that in the next section here. But yeah, so I think that's it for the stadium. I do have some, I mean, just absolute, just fire content. Um, I'm going to keep it. I'll just say that I have a lot of the players coming out on their way into the bus. Yeah, and just letting them know, man, it's one game. It's only one game. Don't worry about it. Still 5-3, better than most. So hey, let's get it. Let's stay focused. Yeah. So, but that footage is fire. That footage is fire. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get that out. So yeah, let's now get into these players, man, and we all know, right? Arnett just got the axe, got his walking papers. I'm ecstatic. The kid was an idiot, and this is where things are so unfortunate. This is, and and I'm gonna say it, man. I don't care how people feel about what I say here on this particular situation, but this is where, like, you look at Ruggs, man, a kid that absolutely has been upstanding, great teammate, etc. Right? Just to this date, us not knowing anything about him doing anything wrong, and just one stupid, bonehead, idiotic, just horrible, call and mistake and choice, and look where it lands him. And here we got this kid Arnett. I mean, right? He had red flags when he was getting drafted, right? I mean, it is what it is. I definitely was hoping for the best. I figured, hey, maybe with that type of attitude, he can bring a little bit of that grit and so forth back. But eventually tone it to where it makes sense. Kind of like what Abrams has done for us, right? I mean, that kid, he was a walking time bomb. We all knew it. I mean, I was the first person to say at some point he's going to lose us a big game with doing something foolish. But I was okay with it because it's like, hey, we need that intimidation back. We need that old school Raider defense back, you know? So, I'm willing to take a little bit. I'm willing to take a hit from that. So, but yeah, um, on that, man, I don't know. I'm glad kid's out. I mean, I'm also glad Mark is handling things the way he's handling them, straight up with, no nonsense. Just absolutely getting rid of whatever needs to get rid of, and not having to do with any kind of crazy, and just nipping it in the bud immediately, effectively, and yeah, making sure things go the way they're supposed to and go smooth. I I I have no time for the nonsense right now. I really wish that we could absolutely get rid of it all, right? And I think we have at this point. I don't know if much of anything else when it comes to any other potential crazies on the team, but this one I think hopefully should be the end of the drama for us. I, right? Who knows, man? It it absolutely it's draining mentally. Again, like I say, it's just been rough. This is just a horrible, rough week. Obviously, we're going to talk about the game. I mean, clearly, all had some weight on at least Carr, hey, and and a few others. And like I say, I got one. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that feels the way that I do, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Yeah, so I'm glad that kid's gone. That's enough of it, right? Water under the bridge. Hopefully, we don't have to pay for it, and we Gucci there. So next is let's talk about Deshaun, man. How's everybody feeling about that? Right? I'm excited. I think it was exactly what we wanted to do when it comes to trying to at least get some type of you know um, replacement. I mean, you don't replace the fastest dude in the NFL, if you will. That's just right. You don't replace that, but what you can do is get somebody that can stretch the field that's fast enough because we don't have that, right? That's something we're going to clearly talk about, this third half here, which is where the receivers and where they catching separation, etc. Right? We'll get there, but Deshaun Jackson can absolutely do that and absolutely will do that because we have too many other pieces in order for him to have the ability to do that. And that's why we're bringing him in. I mean, he knows it, he sees it. That's why he's coming in. And it's exactly what our young guys need. I don't think we necessarily need to go get a bunch of veterans. We want to build a team that can hopefully last years down the line, not just I don't. And hey, maybe people just are like, hey, let's ram it up like the Rams and win now, right? I mean, mortgage whatever you can mortgage for the win now, so just so we can say we won. Because I see the Rams going there, and they may get that chip, but what's going to happen in 3 years? What's going to happen in 5 years when mortgage in the house got you sitting with either a defense and or a offense, right? Like Chiefs, kind of. There's gonna be problems when you start doing that. Bottom line, there's a way to build. Obviously, I mean, Patriots. Duh, there's a way to build. There's a way to build, and I'm not saying their way still works, or there is a way to be for it to be done, and I'm okay with the young guys being brought up with a few veterans, and this is that case. Like, this is where I didn't think ODB was a fit, right? I don't think he's a fit to lead young guns because he's still all about himself right now. He's still feeling in his prime, right? And for all I know, maybe he is in his prime. Do I think so? No. I think the injuries are obviously starting to pile up. I mean, Deshaun Jackson, knock on wood, hopefully he can stay healthy because as he's gotten older, he's been an injury bug, right? And the reason, in my opinion, not me and my cousin, we have a theory about it. And that's why we have him. Once again, the kid hasn't lost a step. Deshaun Jackson has not lost a single step. I think he probably will still run the same 40 that he ran in his 20s right now in his 30s. That's just not normal. People don't do that. Even the fastest guys lose a step, right? But Deshaun doesn't. And maybe that's part of his issues, right? Maybe that's why he has those problems and gets those injuries because he's not losing the step and he's pushing his body past, where it actually hurts and causes these issues and injuries. So I don't know. I think yeah, it's definitely gonna be a problem for him. Hopefully we don't use many plays. And I, you know, keep him healthy for the season because we're definitely going to need him in the playoffs. We're going to need somebody along those lines, and absolutely, we're going to need that for the big dance. I mean, there's no, we're going to need the running game. We're going to need the stretch in the field. We're going to need a lot of stuff. So, you know, I I want him to be healthy. I want him to stay healthy. So we'll see how he uses him, right? Listening to a lot of other people, they don't think they're going to try to use him like Ruggs. I agree. I don't think so either. I would hope not. I think that would be the wrong move. I think we should use him like Deshaun Jackson. so yeah. Again, shout out to Deshaun. Welcome to the squad, my man. Once a Raider, always a Raider. So, man, that's what's up. Happy you're here. I think you're gonna really help out. I mean, help out a lot. But now, with that being said, ODB is still out there, man. Odell's still out there, right? I mean, now that we have Deshaun, I mean, if he clears and he's all right with restructuring that contract for it to make sense with Deshaun and our young guns. I'm not gonna say that's you know what I'm saying. That's not something that would make sense. I mean, in that scenario, I'm okay with it, right? Because obviously, if it doesn't work out and he walks away, we still have Deshaun, we still have what we have, and then we still have the ability to go out and get something if and when necessary. I'm still sold on the kid Stoner. I don't know why he got no play. He got no play. I don't recall seeing him. Excuse me, in one single play. So yeah, I don't know, man. We'll have to get into that. That's the same thing with getting into the red zone 6 times and what, one touchdown, and not you know thinking that through a little bit more, maybe thinking about putting Mariota in there for that. A couple of those series since things were struggling. I mean, I don't know. We'll get there in the next half, but yeah, back to the ODB thing, right? I mean, what if he clears waivers? Who I I wouldn't mind getting him, right? I mean, now that we have Deshaun, I mean, I'm cool with that. I don't see a problem with it. I think that would be crazy. Um, but that would be cool. That would be cool. One of the people I am worried about though, as far as long term, and that's just because, right? I love my Raiders, man, and then the ones that can stay and pretty much almost finish their career out. I mean, nothing's better than that, but man, I just have a bad feeling about Jacobs, man. I don't know what's going on with that. Whether it's going to be an injury issue for him or whether it's just a new team because he gets paid, right? Who knows? But I just got a weird feeling. I don't know. That's all I can honestly say. Um, I mean, while he's there for us, I don't know why we didn't run the ball more. Again, if you listen to my monologue from last week, I was all about running the ball. I thought the game could have been a 7-13 game, and instead of Carr throwing for 300, we would have had Drake and Jacobs run for 200 and some change, and maybe throw another 60 in there from Richard, right? You know what I mean? That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that specifically so that we can try to balance this stuff out, man, and get things going in the right direction. But just didn't work out that way. Um, great in the first half with Jacobs, but I don't know if he got hurt. Again, this is where, unfortunately, I can't catch up on everything as much as I'd like to, um, just based on all the travel, right? And then obviously having a real job, etc. So it's hard to get as much information as I would like to prepare for this stuff. But in which I will obviously in the future, it will be much easier, especially as I get things more solidified, more of a process and so forth. But yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he had an injury. I don't know. I have no idea what went on with him for the second half. I don't. I don't know if Drake did all that well either. I'm not going to go into the stats for this for sure. But I just want to put it out there that I just got a bad feeling, meaning that I mean, hey, it may be 5 years from now, right? I don't know. 4 years, 3 years, I don't know. But I just have a feeling that he's either gonna get some money or he's either gonna just you know, have a tough time staying healthy because that's what it looks like is happening right now. But we'll see, right? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. So yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the last section of the night. Last section we will talk about is the game. What atrocious. Oh, oh man. And you know what? The more I thought about it, I mean, yeah, our defense as far as against the run, it was trash, right? I mean, you got to call it what it was. But I mean, even still, they held them to 23 points. They held them to one touchdown, two touchdowns tops. I know Ingram got a touchdown. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right because somebody threw a pick six. Yeah, Carr. That's right. So yeah, they. I mean, defense did their part. Man, the defense did their part. They honestly did, even though they got gouged in the run game. They let Booker, who used to be on our squad, run through us like a hot knife through butter. I didn't understand that. I mean, 20 carries for 100 yards. I didn't get that. But I mean, hey, everybody, has a bad day, right? That's what they say. So I mean, yeah. When it comes to the defense, you know, they did their job. I mean, 23 points. We offensively should at minimum be averaging 30. Period. Period. A bad day for us should be 23. That should be a horrible day for us. Like, what the heck happened? Why did we only score 23 points? Um, which is one of the obvious issues because we only scored 16. Uh, I don't understand. Um, so defense, obviously Abram, he can't cover tight ends like Ingram. I mean, come on, man. Are you kidding me? That's a horrible mismatch. But I mean, that was the only only touchdown they got out of the deal. So yeah, defense did their thing. My man Hobbs still rocking. Can't wait to get that man's jersey on and rock it to the game. I think I'm gonna rock that. I'm gonna rock that to the Cowboys game. Maybe I don't know. I gotta feel. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the Cowboys game. That's a big game. Man. That's gonna be such a big game. Oh, that's gonna be such a big game. Yeah, but yeah, Hobbs did his thing. Obviously, Mad Max helped out on his side of the deal. With Njoka, he 2 sacks again, right? I think this is the fourth game in a row with 2 sacks. So I mean, the guy's killing it. We're we're pretty fine on defense. Um, Now let's get to this offense, man. Was Ruggs really that much? Was he really that much? I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, Waller did his thing, and he's probably still not 100%. Um, and the running game was decent. It was decent. It wasn't atrocious or anything. It was decent. But let's talk about Carr and these wide receivers. OMG. Uh, all right, I'm just going straight to it. I'm done with Brian Edwards. Done. Kaput. Ready to see him roll somewhere else. I I've been watching the kid every game. I've been watching the kid every game, and I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. And this game was really the worst because I don't think he caught a single pass. I didn't see him get open in any way, and if he did, it was probably going to be somewhere along the lines of Carr when he, in his bad day and not seeing. I mean, again, this is where I get upset with Carr because you keep putting me back in these situations where I have to go back. I have to flip flop. I mean, there's pictures everywhere. I mean, and don't get me wrong, he said it right. He spoke up. He came playing. Hey, I can't throw away the ball. I can't right have big sixes. I can't play like this. He knows it, but you know it. Well, why are you doing it? Like, and excuse me, for the Raiders, if he is having this kind of bad game, why not help him out? Why not give him some motivation? Why not start inserting Mariota in there? You know what I'm saying? When necessary, particularly after the fourth time you've gotten to the red zone and can't score. I just didn't understand that. And I've never been advocating to get Mariota in the game. But the bottom line is when stuff isn't working, you have to try something. You have to do something. And I mean, it just didn't make sense to me. They put him in for one play to get a first down. Clearly it worked and it worked well. Now, why not do that in the red zone? Why not get him in there more in the red zone package? Even like a Taysom Hill. Hell, they have Drew Brees, and Taysom Hill had packages, and he had about 7, 8 plays a game. That's all I'm saying. I mean, our offense just wasn't doing well. I mean, Renfro, third and Renfro's third and Renfro, man. That kid, I I said it once, I'll say he's the best receiver we got right now, in my opinion. Period. Period. It's not even close. It's not even close, Evan. He's the best receiver we have. But is he a main receiver, right? I don't know if he and I mean, hey, maybe we'll find out. I have no idea. Maybe at this point we don't have a choice but to, well, obviously we have Deshaun, but again, what are we gonna play him 30 plays a game? No. I mean, I don't know. But Brian Edwards, I'm sorry, my dude. I just can't do it anymore. I've been watching you. I'm just being real. I feel like, and this is why I think he should go somewhere else because I don't think it's the confidence is there. I don't think the confidence is there. I don't. I don't think he knows what he's doing. I don't. I don't know if it's the offense is too difficult. Like, right, Carr stating that there were miscues, whatever you want to call this stuff. I don't know, man. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. It didn't matter what they did, and I mean, Carr, so many missed, and that's the thing. And you throw the ball so many times. What 46 out of 36 out of 47 or something? I don't know. All I know is the misses were horrible misses, and they were all very prevalent. They were all big, you know, in areas where we needed a third down. None of it was right, man. I mean, nothing looked right offensively, and we did nothing to change that. Nothing at all. No Mariota, no more of the run game. I mean, I don't even recall Zay Jones or Brian Edwards catching anything. That's the honest truth. And I know Brian Edwards did it. I don't even think he even had a chance to have the ball thrown to him, which is a problem. Why? Where's the separation, my man? Where are you creating space? Where are you giving this man a chance to throw the ball at? And if you're not creating separation, how much easier is it for everybody else defensively to just move on that, right? Uh, that's a problem. I mean, and that's why I'm saying, was it really Ruggs? Because, I mean, is that why he was catching separation because of Ruggs? Because if that's the case, again, that's a problem. And maybe we'll find that out, right? Maybe Deshaun comes in. Maybe Deshaun starts doing his thing, and then he gets open. What I can tell you is if that happens, as soon as he can get any kind of shine, if I were the Raiders, I would trade him because I just don't see it, man. It's no different than the Amari Cooper situation for me. The kid always caught everything and was a superstar when it didn't matter. And then when you like absolutely needed him, it would be the easiest thing and he'd drop it. It just was the situation. That's what I mean. Hey, maybe I wished it on him and it caused all of us this terrible fate. I don't know. But that's how I recall Amari Cooper. I don't know about you guys. That's the only way I see that kid. Caught everything that didn't matter. Looked great doing it. But when we absolutely needed it, just what the bed. Yeah, just the bed. Yeah. So, so yeah, I mean, I can't stress this enough, man, bro. And I mean, hey, maybe I'm hoping this lights a fire under. I don't know, right? I mean, clearly he's not listening to me, but you know what I'm saying. I don't see how I'm gonna be the only one that's saying this stuff. No different than with Carr, right? And the flip flopping back and forth with Carr. I mean, and that's my thing. Being a leader, he should be voicing this himself. Maybe we should start running these different packages. Then, if you can't do it, my dude, like for real, you've been being a leader at this point, right? And in every way, shape, and form, we couldn't be more happy with Derek Carr from that respect. Real talk. And all this turmoil and craziness and nonsense that we going through. I mean, give the man his props. D Car, we appreciate you for that. Real talk. Yeah, I don't know many other teams that would even be close to where we are. With this situation, and we're 5-3. So I mean, and this is just one game. But why is it this game that we absolutely should win? Like, I don't get it. Really. I don't. And we had so much. It's like, why do we not make better decisions during the game when things aren't going our way? It's no different than even in, the loss to the Chargers as well as the loss to the Bears. Although this, again, it sticks out to me. The Bears game, I'm sorry, man, but again, Brian, there was just one pass, and we all know it when he was wide open and he dropped. I mean, I couldn't get over that. I couldn't get past that, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was done. I was done with that. That pass was where I was completely done with it. But then after this performance, man, stick a fork in him. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. All the way cool on that guy. Um, I'm hoping we find a way to trade him, make make something out of the deal, get him somewhere, right? That he can flourish. I would be more than happy for him to stay in the league, right? I don't. It's not nothing personal at all in any way, shape, or form. Um, what it is it's just not a fit. And I mean, hey, it's no hard feelings. It's just not a right fit, right? I mean, it's just not a right fit. Not for what we're doing, at least. It's pretty obvious to me. It doesn't matter who absolutely, you know, get gets him going. I think he showed me his true colors. I think he absolutely needs a number one, somebody, at least a number one, or somebody with some speed to allow him to get himself open. So it is what it is. Yeah. So that's how we're gonna do it. I wonder if I messed up and I hadn't allowed people to do comments because I don't see a single comment this whole time. But what I do have is the link. I'm going to post this link in the channel. Uh-oh. Yeah, there we go. And hopefully this is one of my peoples that don't mind coming up and joining to talk about this, talk about the game, talk about these players. Because I'm still, what happened with Big Plays A, right? I just didn't see anything from our receiver. I mean, I get it, right? We just lost our young buck leader for forever. I get it. It's been a rough week. I get all of that. I understand it was a hard situation. And I mean, obviously, it's taking its toll, um, and it didn't go well for us from that respect. And this next game, right? I mean, it's the Chiefs. It's basically for first place, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how we can't win this. How we can't be pumped up for this. I am so excited for this game. I don't think I've been more excited for any other game. Um, yeah, real talk. I don't think I've been more excited for any other game this whole season. Um, this is the one I actually bought. I might have bought this ticket even before most of the other tickets. Um, yeah, and I'm ready for this game. It's definitely gonna be the tail of the tape. I mean, it's gonna have a lot to say about how the rest of the season goes, in my opinion. Um, I think it's gonna be a shootout. Excuse me. I think, yeah, if you want to talk overs and unders, yeah, there's no way that's not gonna be an over. I don't care if they set that at 60, it'll be an over. Yep, even against our defense. But then again, I don't know, right? Maybe we shine. We're at home. Yeah, I don't know. That'll be interesting. But yeah, we gotta win. We gotta win this one. This is a real meaningful game. And for most of you, well, you probably I shouldn't say most of you know this. Yeah, what I'm really super excited about. As you know, the show is the Ultimate Raider Fan 32. 32 is the number that I wore all my life for the most part through Pop Warner, high school, and college. Yeah, that's for Marcus Allen, right? Boom. That man will be in Vegas. I'm assuming he's there for the game. And yeah, he's got a meet and greet signing. So that's going to be pretty awesome for me, man. Being able to meet my childhood NFL favorite, if you will. As I've stated before, I've never really had an idol, if you will, like that, other than the people inside of my family and so forth, and friends and family of friends, things like that. Very fortunate growing up. So I never looked at athletes like that other than from their game, right? Which is easy for me to separate the man from, the man from the person on the field, if you will. Um, Obviously, I've heard every story from one end to the other end of the spectrum when it comes to Marcus Allen. So whatever happens won't shock me in any way, shape, or form, whether I have a great interaction or it's the worst. It's really not going to matter to me. I mean, as long as I can at least get a signature, I would hope out of it. Like I say, he could be a jerk all he wants. I mean, hey, I can get it. I mean, I can understand. You know, not everybody's gonna have right their best day, and they're constantly being asked to be signed this and take a picture here, do this, to right. I mean, I could see where somebody get tired of that and probably be a jerk at some point, unfortunately, and not have a good day. So it is what it is. It happens. But yeah, so we got that, man, and then we got the game. Man, I'm ecstatic. Ecstatic for the game. Again, I don't know any other way to put it. This is a big one. Um, my seats, I believe I am in section 133 again. I'm at the 40-yard line, like the 45. Section 133, row 12. Row 11, seat 3 or something like that. But yeah, I have great seats as always. Um, and this is going to be an interesting game. Obviously, we'll talk more about that Friday. Friday, we'll have all the news right on who's going to be available, who's still in the injury bug. I did believe I saw something about us losing Incognito for the whole season. That's a bummer. Although clearly our center, he put in work this game, from what I recall on a few reports. He had one hell of a game for him. So some kudos to our center. Yeah, Carlston, our kicker. I wanted to choke him. Right. Oh, how do you miss a 20? He's been good all season. Everywhere we needed him. He's been a 25 yarder. Yeah. It was just bad always. It was so bad. It was just so bad. Luckily, you know, the fans, everything was great. The atmosphere and so forth outside of the game, right? And the actual lack of whatever it was focus. I don't know what happened, but yeah, a lot of people had a bad game, man. A lot of people had a bad game, and we can't have that happen. Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to think. That's all for today. I think that's more than enough. Unfortunately, we didn't have anybody else come up, so yeah, hopefully I can get some people rolling in on Friday. Um, Friday though, now that I think about it, oh man, I don't have a show Friday. Or maybe I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll do something to throw up for you guys because yeah, I won't be home. So, yeah, yeah, I have to think about that. Yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll do something. It won't be much, but we'll do something. We'll do something cool for a weekend for sure. Again, like I say, trust me, I have so much content. You guys have no clue. I have so much content that I haven't even scratched the surface on. So many hours and hours and hours ago, bro. Film throughout the stadium from the very beginning all the way through every quarter, all the way through walking back to the hotel. So all that stuff is coming. That's a promise for sure. Yeah, so be on the lookout for it. All right. Yep. And I appreciate you guys. Thanks for rocking with me. Two Crump is out, Raider Nation.